I got you #1 in the entire world against the best players in the world with minor poison cycle. Beard is really proud. Today's Clash Royale video, I will show you the games against Anaban and Sir On against the best players in the entire world. If you guys don't want to miss any videos just like that in the future, make sure to subscribe. Also, make sure to use creator code mod in the shop. If you guys thinking about buying the battle pass, I would really appreciate it. And I would say, let's directly jump into the games. Okay guys, today's video is more like a guide how to play minor poison in 2022 with broken Clash Royale cards. Soon we're also like in the next year, man. It's crazy how fast this year went so far. Let me know if you guys have like the same opinion on that, but it's absolutely crazy. Soon we have like 2023 and nothing changes really. It's still the same game. It's still the same thing. We're still playing Clash Royale here and there and we're chilling our lives, but yeah, COVID is still there unfortunately, but we're trying to make the best out of that. So today's video, as I said, is a pure guide how to play this deck in perfection and just going over different matchup, different scenarios, and also play against the most annoying decks in the game. So, as you guys can see here, we're facing Anaban. Anaban plays one of the most annoying games. So, if the opponent is going to play this pump spam deck, it's just so annoying. I just absolutely hate playing against it, and it's not an easy matchup, since at one point, most of the time, they're just able to spam like a ton of pumps, have an elixir advantage, and then you're struggling. So I'm just gonna go in here for my Phoenix, going for the Monk. Why didn't I go Poison? Poison is always a -1 elixir trade, so I personally prefer to go in aggressive with my minus here on top of the pump and just try to get as much value out of that. But I think this time it didn't really work out as I wanted to, so I'm just gonna go for my miner here. Miner gets one shield, one chip hit, 2 chip hits. It's fine, it's decent, but also the Electro Dragon value from him is pretty crazy. So yeah, the Ice Spirit also was wasted. So not really too happy about that. And also now if he goes in for a Monk here, we're struggling since we don't have our Monk anymore on defense. And also Goblin Gang, it's not really too good. Yeah, the Goblins are doing a pretty good job, but as you guys can see here, we're really struggling. I go in for my Bomb Tower here. Bomb Tower is doing a really okay job, but still the E-Drake is chaining on top of the tower. It's getting some decent value. The Bandit gets dash. So far so bad. We're playing a minor poison control deck. Even we have the Phoenix and the Monk for extra, like for a ton of damage in a really like short time. We're still not in a good spot. So also when your opponent plays in the pump, you always wanna go in for the minor pressure, like for the Monk plus Phoenix and miner on top of the pump, as you guys saw in the earlier play. But this time I didn't have anything. I don't have a miner, I can't really pressure, so I'm just gonna go for the safest choice here and go in for the pump. I knew he had mirror, so I know if he goes in for a mirror now, I need to be aggressive. So as you guys will see here, he goes in pump. We go into elixir time. I'm gonna be aggressive. I'm just gonna spam everything I can. So I'm gonna use my miner now here, and I'm gonna go my miner back because I know he can't really do anything. Like if he's gonna go for a tornado, he might tornado the Phoenix on top of the tower. This is exactly what happens. Also, he needs to commit a Bandit now to redirect the Phoenix, and we get a good poison. We get the Bandit, we get the Electro Dragon, we get the pump. That was absolutely perfect. So this situation, I'm just going to go in for my Phoenix high here, and I'm just going to try to pressure the pump once again. I'm just going to go gang here, and I'm just going to go in for another miner here on top of the pump. Really great miner. Miner's putting a good job in, or like putting good work in. And this is fine. So we also got the explosion to kill the Electro Dragon. The explosion from the Phoenix is so underrated. Phoenix plus the Phoenix explosion plus the poison kills so much. So once again, it's time for me to go in. Just trying to kill his pump. And also every time he spends something on defense, he can't mirror it anymore, right? Like at example, he goes in for pump, he places Electro Dragon on defense, no mirror available for the pump anymore, and he's struggling. So I am also gonna go in for the pump here, for the poison, since I feel like I'm not down in elixir. I'm not really too down in elixir, so I can do it. As you guys can see, we're even now, and he still needs to defend the gang. Otherwise, he's struggling, and he's actually decided to let the gang go and build one of the biggest pushes ever in Clash Royale history. Going in for the double Phoenix, trying to go in for the Monk in front and just get the ability. This is at least his goal. Also another reason why I think Phoenix is so broken, or Monk, because they synergize so well together. But he needs to go for an 8 on defense. For me, it's all about cycling. But as you guys can see, the poison, the Phoenix bomb, the Goblin Gang now in the middle. We can just go in for the mine on top of the tower. We go for a perfect lock. Goblin Gang is surviving. What an absolutely amazing defense GTs were played. We just beat one of the best players of all time. If it's about ladder, he has 8 #1 finishes. I want you guys to see this game. I just feel really great about myself. This guy plays Expo, and we have a good matchup against Expo, and you should beat Expo. But I still think it could be really entertaining for you to watch beating Expo, since it's always entertaining to beat Expo and see Expo losing. But also, yeah, I just absolutely think this is a matchup which seems easy, really easy, and It's not as easy as you might think. You need to be worried about some situations. Sometimes we will go through this, but it was a really smart expo by him. The reason he played this expo is that I play my Phoenix on top of that, and he gets a really early King to activation. It's helpful. It doesn't mean we lose a game, but still, it's something he needs to do to even have a chance. So he goes on for a Queen at the bridge. I'm just gonna go for my Monk here, and he is just gonna go in for the ability really late as expected, so I'm just gonna go for my ability. So it was also fine for him since he like kind of baited my ability. I can't use it on offense anymore, but it's okay. So I'm gonna use my miner here, really smart Valkyrie placement. But he still needs to go for a log, otherwise the Monk would log on. And I guess he's gonna go now for his axe. But this is exactly what he does. I'm just gonna go in for my gang here. I'm just gonna go in for my Ice Bird. And he is gonna go in for Tornado. I didn't expect a Tornado that. That's why I didn't play my Monk. So I should have expected him. They're Expo players. And I guess I'm just gonna go for a miner now in the back. Miner's doing a pretty solid job. No, not even in the back. I just go on a safe spot. This is actually fine. Miner on a safe spot is putting in some decent work. Chipping a tower down below 2k, I guess. No, he goes for a log, but it means that we are up in elixir. He doesn't have enough for Expo yet. And I guess I'm just gonna go log this and try to get now finally his tower below 2k HP. I'm fine. We're chilling. And he's gonna be aggressive. So I'm just gonna go for a really early ability here. So this is good for us. I'm just going to go for a really perfect Ice Bird placement. And just going to do my Monk here. I know he doesn't have visibility anymore. I know I don't really want to use my Monk in certain situations, but it's still fine since I can go in for defensive bomb towers. I don't want to go bomb tower on the Expo since it won't buy me too much time. So you want to go, if you guys don't have the Monk and cycle, you want to go for the bomb tower in the middle of the map and then just try to miner log the Expo out or miner poison the Expo out. So here goes in for a rocket. It's actually fine for me. He was predicting me to go on for Phoenix at the bridge. Man, I know your tricks. Actually know your tricks. And I think I'm just going to use my ability here. Just try to kill it. Otherwise, he would have used this ability. And I think right now it's for me time to go in for the poison here. And just trying to go for the miner. Miner's getting some decent chip damage also with the log. It's even better. And I think our Phoenix egg is surviving. So we're killing the Valkyrie also, which is great. And I know he can't really do too much right now. And I'm just going to go for the gang here since I know he will do that. So I think I'm just going to wait here. No, I'm just going to use my... No, I'm not going to use my ability since this time. Oh, I still think I'm using... that was a bad ability mode Royale. So the Monk is now tanking for my egg, and I can just go in for a mine in the back. He needs to go for Valkyrie. This time he goes in for the safe spot, so really good for us. I'm just gonna go for my Ice Bird here. Just try to get some decent value out of that. But yeah, we also like even freeze the tower. But in this situation, I think I go for bomb tower. Why do I go this time for bomb tower high? Since his Valk was out of cycle, I knew he was low on elixir. Normally I always go bomb tower in the middle to buy me as much time as I can. So he goes in for preemptive NATO. I'm using a Monk here. Monk is completely fine with a huge advantage. 600 damage is absolutely huge because I know with my Monk I will always get value. So I can just use my ability here. Just get another chip damage here. Going for the poison spell for me it's just about like miner poisoning him out now. I'm going for miner in the back. Really great catch by him. But look at the Phoenix. Look at the Phoenix absolutely killing the Archer Queen. It's absolutely crazy with the Death Bomb here. I'm just going to go for the log here. And I think right now I'm just going to go gang here and I'm just going to go in for my bomb tower defense. This is what I'm talking about because now I can cycle back to another Monk, use my ability if needed, and I'm fine. So I guess I'm just going to go in for my... Okay, that was actually not the worst play on his end, but I'm just going to go for a miner here. Going for my log, going for the poison. Expo doesn't get a log. I can just go now for another miner here. I know we can't really do too much about that. If I go in for the miner, yes, I do go for my miner. The miner's on the safe spot. He didn't predict this, and we are winning this one. One more log. GG's. Well played. A game which I was really proud of is this game against Caldudo. He's a really good player. He's really solid. Like, I think in the last couple of months, he really made a name for himself. Especially in ladder, I felt like he's like one of the best. One of the best Royal Giant players is hard, but I feel like he's just one of the guys who improved the most in the last couple of months. So for sure, a threat to play against him. And he's so good with G, and also just in general, he's just so versatile right now, and he's so good. So I'm just gonna go in for my Goblin Gang Split. This is one of my favorite starting moves. I didn't know that he has Lightning. So normally the opponents or like the players which are using Royal Giant, I prefer honestly Fireball in the stack. Hunter is really good in the stack since Hunter does pretty well against Phoenix and also against some other cards like Air cards is doing really well. But I decided, like, I thought he has Fireball. So, this is basically, like, the kind of the strategy I'm going in. After I see Goblins, a Fisherman, you kind of know. Phoenix, you know, it's going to be Royal Giant. He goes in Royal Giant in the back. I'm just going to go Ice Spirit here. Don't underestimate Ice Spirit chip. It's for sure not as much as the Fire Spirit does, but still cycling of Ice Spirit the bridge sometimes to get some chip damage is not bad. So, I'm using my Phoenix here. I'm just going to go for the build here. I was hoping for him to go for a log, but for sure he knows what I'm doing. Or like what I'm planning to do there. So he uses his Fisherman I think he's gonna die, which is fine. And yeah, at least like look at the Phoenix. Phoenix it's so broken. So I'm gonna go for my miner here, using my log. I think I was a bit over aggressive already, since now we can go for the goblins behind it, and we might be like a bit struggling. So I don't really think I should have gone for a log there. It was a bit too obvious too early. So it's still okay for me though, because I can just go in for my gang here. This is exactly what I'm doing. Still some goblin chips, so I'm just gonna go for a monk here. So I'm not honestly sure how he defended that, but I'm just gonna go use my build here. And I guess I'm just gonna go for a really smart log here, really good log. And this situation I was kind of hoping that my axe survives, but it doesn't. At least we're forcing out a log, so this push I would say was a success. Okay, next play is going to be miner here. Mine is going to be able to get some decent chip. Let's go. And I'm just going to go Ice Spirit here. I'm just going to go... The Phoenix honestly was a horrible... I was thinking like, okay, at least go on top of the hunter, but it didn't. So right now I'm just going to use my gang here, since this log was out of cycle. I'm also going to use my build here, which is okay though. But I guess right now he is... Yeah, that poison, I don't know. Is the poison going to kill the egg? I think it is. So I think the poison was good, but he goes in for lightning now, and I didn't know he has lightning, so we're taking a ton of chip damage, or like 2 Royal Giant swings. Normally 2 Royal Giant swings in this matchup is kind of a kill. So, okay, we're still in this game. We're still in this game somehow. He's playing really good goblins, so this I also play. I always like to play my Phoenix to the side and not in the middle, because it's easily kiteable. I'm just gonna go for my gang here, using my ability just to tank. And it's still okay, right? I'm just gonna go for my miner here, using my Ice Spirit log. And I think this time I'm just gonna go for my Bomb Tower high here. Bomb Tower is still okay, but he's gonna be really aggressive now. That's what a play which I really like from him. That was a really smart play. Being aggressive here, keeping up the pressure, because this Fisherman is also surviving. So I'm just gonna go for my gang here. My gang is actually dying. Look at this. We're so struggling on our elixir currently. And he can just go in for lightning. Exactly what he does. He goes in for lightning, also kills my egg, gets even more chip damage, and we also need to defend his Phoenix. So I thought at this point, it's over, right? It's over. We can't defend this. I can't deal with that anymore. So I thought, okay, we're going to the next game. I'm just going to go for my bomb tower, using my miner now. Going in for a really good log here. The ability, or like the death bomb, is not helping anymore, and we're currently down 900 damage, and he has lightning. So what can I do? What can I do? Can I even do anything? I'm just going to be like really aggressive here at the bridge. Using my Ice Spirit here. Using my log here. And so I think I'm just going to go for Phoenix on top of his Phoenix. I'm just going to go for my Goblin Gang here. And we're kind of trying to win the bridge fight here. We're kind of trying to win the bridge battle here. This is at least the goal. So I'm just going to go miner here. I guess I'm just going to go for my log here. Log was pretty okay, I would say. I'm just going to use my... No, I'm not going to use my build here. But still, now it's just like 500 damage. Now it's just 500 damage. 20 seconds remaining. Miners on the tower. The Fisherman walks. I'm just going to go in for the log here. Log is coming down. And now he's going to go for the lightning, right? He's going to go for the lightning. So for me, it's about getting 600 damage in this type of seconds. And also, yeah, that was impossible. That was impossible. But I still think it kind of showed how you need to play this type of matchup. We lost this one, but I still think it was a pretty good way. Or no, we won this one. What? What? Ah, it's the replay bug. Oh, we love to see that Clash Royale. So I was like kind of wondering, because like when I showed this video, this game, I was like, I won this, right? It was like a great comeback. But thanks Clash Royale for doing that to me. No. But kind of what happened in the end is, at the one time where you saw me kind of not really losing a bridge fight, but also not winning. I completely won the bridge fight, so this is kind of how we want to come back against Royale. I won the bridge fight, and then at the end I spammed like 2 minor points in the last couple of seconds, and this is how I won the game. So I still think even like when I lost this game, it was still pretty good gameplay, played it pretty well, but the matchup I would say it's not too bad for minor points. So if you play it right, you're winning this one. Pretty funny fair at the end, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I got to number 1 in the world with this deck. It's absolutely crazy, and I hope you are able to also push with that. I hope it's not going to get any nerfs soon, but it will get a nerf soon. So thanks for watching. Make sure to use creator code more in the shop, subscribe to the channel. We're on our way to 240k, and I would say I'm out. Thanks for watching, and goodbye, guys.